So I'm going to try to keep this intro kind of short, but of course, as the title says, I'm going to finally create a new world on Minecraft for this channel. And it's mainly because I was just sick of the fact that, after a while, I end up just running around in a straight line. See if there's anything. Nope. I end up just running in a straight line because that's easier than actually doing stuff. And also because, after I get to a certain point, I don't want to really go and hunt down the Ender Dragon or anything. But I decided I would just restart. I'm thinking this video will be about 20 minutes, and then I'll call it there. Because, I have a couple things that I want to talk about, a couple stories that might be interesting. And, if you're a long-time viewer, thank you. And if you're a new viewer, welcome. If you go back, my content varies between being normal and being kind of insane, but it's all just the same commentary style. And yeah, my computer is just going to keep getting louder. I know you can already tell. Anyway, I should probably be working on assignments, but I've been doing that for a while now. So I thought that I'd just take a break. And who knows, maybe I can revive this channel eventually. Although I kind of doubt it. The channel's been at basically above 450 subs, but below 500 for the last... year? Nah, yeah, probably exactly a year now that the channel has been above 450 subscribers. But honestly, it's fine. I just want to see if I can do something with it. But anyway, while I'm mining all of this and just getting set up, I want to first talk about the fact that if you've been following my community posts, I have been deleting videos. And it's because I had gotten a strike. Well, not a strike, a warning, because, you get one warning first. On one of my videos that I uploaded over a year ago. And basically, I think I know why it happened eventually. I have made a few videos talking about, like, a certain group of people, mainly on the internet. And if you go look at those posts, you can see the exact type. I never really agreed with them, and if you watch those videos, you would know that, but I guess even just the mention of it... Okay, I can't go down there yet. I guess the mention of it is probably what got the video taken down, because it said it was for hate speech, and it was, like, at this specific point, and then I go to it, and it was literally me exploring the desert temple without even talking. So I don't know what the problem was, so I just deleted every video with the mention of that. Because I don't even fucking care. The videos are over a year old. I don't care about most of the videos on this channel anymore. I mean, I'll still keep them up if I can, without just putting the actual channel in danger and losing them forever. But yeah, that was something. I don't know. It was annoying since I just haven't even been active, and then I just have that to deal with. But ooh, iron. Can I just here? Basically, I guess what I want to talk about next, just in my real life, is I have gotten a band together at my college. So different than my last one, which was literally an online band with, as you know, guys who I ended up not liking very much by the end. But I have gotten another band together. We've had one real practice and one just like practice acoustically. It's pretty fun, honestly. Obviously, actually playing and practicing together is a lot more fun than just sending your parts over the internet and then stitching them together in GarageBand. But that was fun too sometimes. But this has been really cool. And yeah, it's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. Just the music stuff. And also, what is this? What is a leaf litter? I don't even know half. Oh shit! I didn't mean to throw my iron. Yeah, I don't even know half of the stuff that's in here. But yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot lately. I've been trying to write music or practice. Finally, like, committing to actually getting good at guitar. I think I was okay. Or I guess I think I am okay. I played a lot, but I never really tried to play anything that was difficult. And also, I mean... Also with that, like, after our first practice, someone had already left the band and we already had a shift in members, which it's like, see, that's more typical stuff that you hear from musicians and bands. Like, somebody leaves immediately, or someone, like, joins and then leaves the same day, or something like that. And pretty much, also, somebody is definitely going to mention my hotbar and shit like that, and also the fact that I'm going to be eating this raw. I'm just going to eat the food raw until I get a flint and steel, which, now that I think about it, I could get that basically whenever, just if I find a fucking piece of coal. And then I'm just going to cook the food that way. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so right after the first practice, not right after, but a few days, somebody left the band already, which it's like, that makes sense. It was probably for the best, because even though that person was very cool, they're all cool, even though that person was really cool and also really good at playing, they did not talk to us at all. Like, all of us were very active and just talking over messages, except for this person, who had almost never talked to us. So in the end, it might be for the best. But yeah, maybe we'll practice again this Friday. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't know if anyone really gives a shit about that. Let's see. I guess actually a kind of funny story just from earlier today. I was in my room with my headphones on, doing homework or some shit. Yeah, I think so. And pretty much also, did I say coal earlier? I meant flint. I did say coal. I need flint. Sorry. Anyway, I basically heard, or more felt, vibrations coming from my door because I couldn't really hear with my noise-canceling headphones on. There we go. There's flint. You know, I can't really hear because my headphones are very noise-canceling, but I could feel the vibrations coming from my door. I take my headphones off, and like right as I take it off, it stops, so I don't hear anything anymore. But I was assuming it was one of my roommates knocking on my door, even though, like, they've never done that before. But I go to open it, and I look down the hallway. This is genuinely a crazy story, by the way. I look down the hallway, and I see, like, the back of a person, of, like, a guy, and he's carrying grocery bags. And it's like, okay, that's something. So he's carrying grocery bags, and he walks out, and I'm like, was that one of my roommates? So, like, I see my other roommate in the kitchen. I have 5 roommates, by the way. Luckily, I'm in a single, though. That's what matters. But I see my other roommate, and I'm kind of just staring at him because I thought he maybe knew the guy. But then he's just staring back at me, just like, what? I'm like, was somebody just banging on my door? And he's like, I don't know, maybe. And then he's like, by the way, who is that guy? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I thought, like, do you know who it was? He's like, no, I've never seen him before. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what do you look like? He's like, oh, it's some guy with a beard. And I'm like, alright, so it's none of our roommates. It's just some random guy. He's like, yeah, it's just some guy. And I'm like, how did he get in here? We're the only ones with the keys. Like, and meanwhile, I have, like, another roommate who's on the couch in the living room. So he couldn't really see the front door where the guy came in. But if he had leaned over a bit, then he could see it. But he just heard the noise and assumed it was one of us getting home. But we're like, what just happened? Like, who the hell is that guy? And how did he get in here? So we're kind of just continuing to discuss this. And then, like, a third roommate gets here. And we're telling him about it. Just like some random dude just walked in, like started knocking on my door, and then left without really saying anything. He's like, what? Like, what the hell? And then we're like, so how do you think he got in here? Like, do you have any ideas? And then he goes to the door, and we realize that our door was actually unlocked. We don't know how long it was unlocked for. But we also have a theory about that, which I'll get into later. So we realize that the door is unlocked. We have no idea how long it's been unlocked for. It's like, okay, that's a bit less scary to think about, that the door was just unlocked. But we're still thinking like, okay, but why? You know, the answer is why was he going in here? This isn't his room. Like, well, what's the point? What's the point of going in, knocking on a guy's door, and then just leaving? And we realized, well, we didn't realize, this is just a theory that we came up with eventually, that dude probably thought that he was in his own dorm because every floor looks the same from the outside. So we're thinking like he lives on the floor above us or something, accidentally went to our floor, just opened the door, maybe his room, or maybe his complex is usually unlocked. So he just opened it. He saw my roommate, probably thinking, oh hey, it's just one of my roommate's friends or something like that. Goes to my door, maybe thinking that it's his room. And then once he realizes that the door doesn't open, then he's like, oh shit, I'm in the completely wrong place. And then just leaves without saying anything. That's kind of the assumption that I'm going to make. I'm assuming that he wasn't trying to fucking murder us or something. I'm going to assume that he just was in the wrong place. And I ended up telling one of my friends who's also in college about this. He's like, this has actually happened to me before. Like, it genuinely does happen, especially just when people are partying and they're drunk. Like, it's an insane thing to have happen, but it does happen. Where someone will go into the wrong room because they aren't paying attention. And I'm like, well, that's probably it then. But still, we were just like dumbfounded at this. And I wonder how like scared that dude was once he realized that he was in the wrong place. Probably not as scared as we were though. Anyway, I thought that was fucking hilarious, honestly. Like if the guy comes forward, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that was us. That was funny. Come back sometime. No, but oh yeah, anyway, about the reason why our door was possibly unlocked and how long it was unlocked for. One time when I was leaving to go to class, I turned the doorknob completely normally, with a completely normal amount of force, and the entire thing fell off. Like, no joke, I just turned the doorknob to open it completely normally, just completely fell off of the hinges, landed on the floor. My other roommate sees this and he's just like, well, that's something. And then he's like, hang on. And then he grabs it. He's able to just put it back on and screw it back in without even a screwdriver, just with his hand. He's just able to screw the doorknob all the way back in. Oh god, I'm starting a forest fire. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But I'm thinking, since like basically the whole thing fell off, maybe that's when the door got unlocked. And that was like a month ago at this point. And we didn't pay attention to it because it started off locked, and as long as we don't fuck with it at all, it's gonna stay locked. So I'm thinking maybe even for a whole month we've had our door unlocked without knowing it, and then that guy just happened to walk in. But yeah, that was insane. That's funny, honestly. I'm gonna keep thinking about that. Anyway, now I'm just trying to survive the night since I was distracted. I wasn't getting any sheep to try to make a bed. Maybe I should go into a cave. I usually don't really make torches either. I feel like just the way that I play this will piss a lot of people off. But this cave might be kind of dead. I can kill that. If you're new to this channel, hello. I already said that earlier, but honestly, this channel is something. Like, you can go back a year ago, and I was acting completely insane in some of the videos. Like, I don't even really consider myself the same person as I was when I first started this channel. I guess it makes sense. I was 17 when I started the channel. I'm 19 now, second year in college. It's not a huge age difference or anything, but in my case, it kind of is. And yeah, as for school, I'm not doing completely terrible like last year when I just didn't give a shit at all. And by the way, I want to mention, I think the reason why I actually care somewhat this year is because my housing arrangement isn't completely horrible like it was last year. Like, as I talked about, I had 2 roommates, which was already bad enough because it was... Think of a dorm room, like a dorm room that usually has 2 people. So, you would have 1 roommate. Think of that kind of room, but like a little bit smaller than one that would have 2 people, but 3 people are in it. And that was where I lived in last year. And on top of that, like, the fucking bathroom had mold from when we walked in. There was an ant infestation at some point. One of my roommates was an asshole. Like... It was just goddamn awful all around. Why would I ever want to stay at the school? But this year I have my own room. It's honestly amazing. I don't have to walk down flights of stairs to do my laundry. Like, we have our own machine here. It's insane. Come on, don't be a dead end. It's gonna be a dead end. Yep. I don't know why, I just kept going, even though I knew. Let's see, it's been 15 minutes. I'm gonna still wait until daytime. That was kind of why I set the 20-minute thing. Anyway. You know, I feel like that's all I have for organized topics. But just in general, I mean, like, I don't know, I've been less chronically online. Jeez, that's... I would have died right there. Probably. I've been sort of less chronically online than I used to be. I still am into the same stuff. And yeah, there's of course my gaming channel, which somebody pointed out last video that I had the wrong link in there still. And it's like, wow, I really have been neglecting this channel. But there's my gaming channel still. I haven't uploaded in a month. Those videos take a while to make, but I'm working on one now. I got monetized on there. I've made $7 so far. Somebody made a $10 donation, but literally, since YouTube takes... Oh, shit. Since YouTube takes a 7 or a 30% cut of whatever you make, that even includes the donations. So getting $7 of a $10 donation is that's kind of rough. Like, you know, getting $70 or getting $7 of $10 of ad revenue, that's like, I don't know. That's not exactly surprising, but a donation that's meant to go to the person and YouTube taking 30% of it, that's kind of crazy to me. But at the same time, you don't actually make the money until I think you reach $100 on YouTube. So it's not like it really matters anyway. But yeah, I'll keep going with that. I'll keep going with that, maybe this channel too. Maybe I'll revive the music channel again, but the thing is with that channel, I might even make a video talking about it on there, but it's like, that channel, uploading on it kind of stresses me out, because I guess I care about music in a way where criticism on that channel, oof, okay, that's something, where criticism on that channel would kind of bug me a lot more than it should. You know, people tell me that music that I make is shit. That's kind of what... You know, I was talking about my former band members, or like the other guy, you know, who dick rides them. You know, they say that I just am shit at making music. That's fine. It's somehow it doesn't annoy me being told that I'm shit at making music, but somebody saying that my videos about music are shit, that would bug me, and I have no logical explanation for why. But yeah, that's kind of why I don't upload on that channel. And this channel, I don't even know. Like, you could say it's just because shit isn't constantly feeling like it's going wrong, like it was when I was very active on this channel. But if anything, I have more interesting stories, like with the guy wandering into our apartment. But that's like a very, I guess, college story, not like a emo... oh, I'm actually probably worried for this person's safety kind of stories that I was making last year. So, why I'm not really using this channel as much, I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. Maybe I'll come back to it. I mean, obviously I'm coming back to it now by uploading, but maybe I'll come back to uploading a couple times a week. Let me see. I'm kind of approaching 20 minutes. I can go a little longer, of course. I just wanted to be in that ballpark. And this is pretty cool that we made it into a cave finally. This will be a good place to start back up. I'm just thinking of what else is going on in my life. Some of it's kind of just stuff that I don't want to talk about because, you know, a lot of people I know in real life watch my videos. Like, it's just happened multiple times. I've talked about it before. Like, somebody, you know, before I even went to this college, somebody recognized the school from one of my videos talking about it. Like, one of my roommates last year, my nice roommate last year, watched my videos. So some of the stuff I feel like if I talk about it, it would just be a bad idea. But nonetheless, if that ever just completely clears up, then I'll talk about all of it. It's also just feels kind of weird to talk about situations that are more ongoing. Whew. I didn't realize that igniting him like made him detonate faster. Okay, I'm gonna explore a different section of the cave. I might go back up and go to that ravine. Or maybe I should start here. You know, I'm gonna cook shit. Oh, where? Oh, fuck you. Here I am. Yes, I'm just beating the hell out of him with my pickaxe. Oh, dude, I got a bow from that. Hell yeah. Does anybody know how rare that actually is? Because it feels like a rare drop, but I've honestly seen it a lot. Let me know in the comments. Since it's getting to the end, you know, I'm bringing back that tradition. Comment whether you think that's a very rare drop to get a bow from a skeleton, because I swear I get it a lot. Anyway, what I was gonna make is a shield. Think that's how you do it? Yeah, and I'm gonna finally make a sword. I'm gonna make another pickaxe as well. Oh wait, hang on. I'm gonna get an iron pickaxe, and I guess a stone sword. I mean, I could get an axe, but I'm just kind of feeling a sword. Alright, I'm gonna make the pickaxe, and then we'll probably go hunting for diamonds next episode. But I'm gonna end it. I think I covered on the main stuff that I wanted to. Let me know. Like, just this. I kind of want. I'm gonna ask for comments on this video. I'm never gonna ask for subscribers ever, except in the one video that I made like a year and a half ago, where I said that I wanted to reach 200 subscribers because that was the most I ever had. But I just want comments on this video. I don't give a shit about subs. If anything, if you want to do something like that, go subscribe to the gaming channel. But I want comments on here to see, you know, if you're new, if you're an old viewer. I feel like I recognize a lot of names. And I also feel like most people didn't unsubscribe from me who used to watch my videos a lot, which is nice. Of course, I also have a Discord server, but because, you know, like I've mentioned before, my former bandmates, like a lot of those guys like to just go into the server and fuck with us sometimes because they're losers and they don't have lives. I get kind of paranoid about the Discord server. So yeah, just leave comments. You can just say hi. I'll be like, oh hey, I recognize you. Or, oh, I've never seen you here before. Or like, welcome aboard. But yeah, if for whatever reason you like this sort of just low quality, like, well, low quality might not be the right word, but, you know, unedited, just commentary, talking about whatever the fuck. If you do like this, I would encourage you to look through some of my other videos. Like, I'm sure there will be some topic that you'll see there. You'll see a title, and you'll just be like, oh, that's, you know, I've always wanted to hear the take of some guy about that thing, you know. And then you'll watch it and be like, oh, this dude's kind of weird. But that's not necessarily a bad thing on YouTube. I mean, it seems like a lot of really weird people are successful on YouTube. This is a good place to end it. So I'm going to end facing this way. Thank you for watching again. Yeah, leave a comment saying hi. Let me know how rare the skeleton bow drop is. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.